Ever pondered about the financial performance of ASML holding NV? Well, let's unravel the numbers together. ASML's Q3 report is on the horizon, due to be unveiled this Wednesday, before the market opens. But before we delve into the future, let's take a moment to reflect on their recent past. In the last quarter, ASML made quite a splash as their earnings per share soared by a commendable 20.4%, jumping from 4.04 to 4.86. Their revenue, too, didn't lag behind, registering a robust growth of 18.8%, marking an increase from $5.934 billion to $7.052 billion. And the cherry on top? ASML outdid themselves, surpassing both EPS and revenue estimates in the previous quarter. They project even greater figures year over year for both metrics. ASML's past performance indicates a promising future, but let's delve deeper into their financial insights. Here we provide some detailed financial insights from Q2 2023. ASML's net sales hit a robust 6.9 billion euros. They managed to ship 13 EUV systems, raking in a revenue of 2 billion euros from 12 of them. Net system sales were strong at 5.6 billion euros, with logic accounting for 84% and memory 16%. There's still a solid 1.4 billion euros worth of fast shipments to be recognized. Installed base management sales were commendable at 1.3 billion euros. Their gross margin stood at 51.3%, with R&D expenses at 1 billion euros. SG&A expenses were reported at 281 million euros, with net income of 1.9 billion euros and an EPS of 4.93 euros. ASML's balance sheet was robustly anchored with 6.3 billion euros in cash and investments. Their order book was well filled with 4.5 billion euros in net system bookings and an impressive backlog of 38 billion euros. These numbers paint an impressive picture, but what can we expect from ASML in the future? What does ASML anticipate for the upcoming Q3 2023? Let's delve into that. They're predicting net sales to fall between 6.5 billion and 7 billion. Installed base management sales are expected to hover around 1.4 billion. They project a gross margin around 50%, with R&D expenses of 1 billion. The SG&A expenses, they're estimated to be 285 million. The 2023 annualized effective tax rate is predicted to be between 15 and 16%. A dividend of 1.45 per share will be payable on August 10, 2023. They repurchased shares worth 500 million in Q2 2023. Due to ongoing pressure on the free cash flow, they're maintaining prudent cash flow management. However, they're facing global concerns like inflation, rising interest rates, a potential recession, and geopolitical challenges. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the market dynamics and how they're affecting ASML's business model. The high semiconductor inventory levels are indeed a concern, as they're influencing wafer output and litho tool utilization. This has led to a surge in bookings with an impressive backlog of 38 billion euros. The demand for Deep UV is particularly strong, especially in the Chinese market. However, there's been a shift in demand timing for EUV due to fab readiness and supply chain disruptions. ASML has had to adjust their revenue expectations accordingly. They're now foreseeing a slower growth in EUV and installed base revenues. On the flip side, they're expecting a surge in Deep UV revenue. For the year 2023, they're projecting net sales growth nearing the 30% mark. On the gross margin front, they're expecting to see marginal improvements. However, they're keeping a close eye on export control regulations and their potential impacts on the business. The expectations from customers remain uncertain, as does the timing of a market recovery. ASML's situation is a clear reminder of the dynamic nature of the semiconductor market. The company is facing challenges, but it's also finding opportunities amidst the uncertainty. Stay tuned as we continue to track ASML's journey in the ever-evolving semiconductor landscape. Despite these headwinds, they're optimistic about long-term growth, driven by major trends in the semiconductor markets. ASML's prospects appear promising, yet it's crucial to approach with caution and thorough due diligence. For more information, check out the description below to join a community of like-minded traders.
Arieous Invest. Trading reimagined.